have 6 non-dairy creamers, and it's going to be based on taste and as well as health. Because I have a separate video about should you go dairy free or is dairy healthy, and there's pros and cons to each, but for me, I wanted to try some dairy free creamers because I drink a lot of coffee with a lot of cream every single day. So I've tried 6 of them, which maybe you don't want to invest in a bunch of different things, or maybe you've been curious, but there's so many right now on the shelves that it's hard to tell which one's going to be good or not. I mean, they all say that they're good, but I wanted to compare both health-wise, what they're made of, as well as the taste. Because ultimately, even if it's super, super healthy, if it doesn't taste good, you're not going to use it. The first one, Silk Original. This is empty. I've used all of these. Well, not all. I've got about half of that one. Anyway, Silk Original Creamer. I know it's backwards. I'm going to try to figure out if I can switch that after, but in order to see what I'm doing, I need to have it here. Silk Creamer is a soy-based creamer, and it has, per 1 tablespoon, it has 20 calories. It has 1.5 grams of fat, no trans fat, but half a gram of saturated fat. The sugars is 1 gram of sugar. We're going to see this when we compare the different ones, because it is kind of a striking difference between them. So that is Silk Creamer. The taste, to be honest, it's not terrible. I used probably more than I would use of half and half cream, and it made my coffee taste a little bit cheap. But if you shake it up really good, then it tastes kind of like a soy latte, which is nice. And there's a way to fix it too. Now, the thing about soy is if you have a ton of soy, it can supposedly be not good for you. I'm not a doctor or a dietitian or anything like that. I just read an awful lot, and I don't just try 1 creamer, I try 6 or 10. Soy is actually good for perimenopause, which is what I'm in, or in moderation. It's pretty healthy overall. Some people don't think so, but there's a million studies either way for anything nowadays. But what soy does is it mimics estrogen by the creation of isoflavones. I don't know every single detail about it. I just know that a little bit of soy supposedly is good for women of a certain age. There you go. Number 2. This one is called SOWN, and it's organic oat creamer. They have it sweetened, they have it unsweetened, and they also have it sweetened with vanilla. It's all organic, so it's sweetened with organic cane sugar. This one is at Sprouts. It's available on Amazon, and it's also available at Whole Foods. I got it at Whole Foods it's normally, I think, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do too, was price. This one's about $4.50 for a 32 ounce. Yes, for 32 ounce. I'm going to put all the comparisons of everything in the description as well, so you can see all the breakdown and compare them all. So this SOWN one, it is normally priced $4.69, and it's been on sale at Whole Foods this week for $4.04. I tried this one, and I swear, I've been drinking half and half cream for 30 years. I tried this, and I had to stop myself from chugging my coffee. It was that good. But it is very sweet. So what I ended up doing was buying this one, the sweet and creamy sweetened one, as well as the unsweetened, and I put a little bit of both, and then it's not that sweet, because you'll see the downside. Per 1 tablespoon has 35 calories. Total fat is 1 gram. No saturated fat, no trans fat, no cholesterol. Sugars is 4 grams. That's kind of a lot of sugar. So that's the only downside of this, but it's made all from organic oat milk. It's got canola oil, and then natural flavors and organic cane sugar. And this one, if you don't have a Whole Foods near you, you can go to their website, SOWN, and see if it's at a grocery store near you, but it's also available on Amazon, but it does cost more. I think for Amazon shipped, it was $16.99 to have 3 boxes shipped. So it is a little bit more, but it's, of all of them, I'm just gonna throw it out there now, by far, way the best tasting, 100%. Okay, next one. Laird Superfood Original. Laird Superfood Creamer, original flavor. I think there was different ones, vanilla and other things, but I just got the original one. Now this one is different because it's got coconut sugar, coconut cream, coconut milk, but it's also got mushroom extracts, chaga, lion's mane, and cordyceps. which mushrooms are all the big thing for immunity and all kinds of different health benefits. This one, honestly, when I first put it in the coffee, for one thing, it's the color of chocolate milk. So if you're used to your coffee being a certain lightness, when you use this, it's not going to look like that. I mean, subconsciously, it feels like it should be a different color. But it looks like chocolate milk. It's a little bit thinner, and it tastes like dirt. By dirt, I mean earthy, almost savory, and I think that's from the mushrooms, because it's probably not from the coconut. But, okay, this is kind of the spoiler. If you put a little bit of this one, the organic oat sweet and creamy, with either of these two, it tastes fantastic. And it cuts down the sugar on the organic oat one, the SOWN. So the Laird Superfood, this one is $4.99, but for a little wee 16 ounce. I think that's, again, because of the mushrooms, the superfoods. But it's almost like a vitamin, and I can totally take it. If I have my morning coffee, I forget to take vitamins. I don't really like taking pills. But if I have my morning coffee and have a little bit of this in it, I would totally take that. So I think I will still buy this one more as a supplement thing. Coffee for me is sweet and creamy. It's not really something I want to have earthy or savory, which this adds, but it doesn't add very much if you combine it with the other one. All right, next one. Oatly, Oatmilk, Barista. Oh, I didn't even tell you the nutrition on the Laird Superfood. Calories 20 per tablespoon. Total fat is 1 gram. Cholesterol is 0. Trans fat is 0. Total sugars is 2 grams. And it's, like I said, it's mostly coconut based. Coconut cream, coconut milk. It's also got aquamin. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's some healthy marine thing. Didn't look it up. But overall, not that much sugar. Decent on the calories. And there it is. Next one. Oatly. Oatmilk Barista Blend. This one is, it's a lot more like milk. It's almost like whole milk rather than a creamer. So if you shake this one up real good and then put it in your coffee, it's like having an oat milk latte. And this one, they did it by cup for some reason, and I don't feel like doing math, but it has 140 calories per cup, maybe because you use more. Total fat is 7 grams, but again, this is per cup, and the other ones are by tablespoon. Cholesterol is 0, trans fat 0, sugars is 7 grams. So it's actually pretty low on the sugars because that's 7 grams for a cup. And it tastes pretty good. Not awful, not my favorite, again, because I'm in love with this one. But it tastes pretty good. If you like oat milk lattes, I would definitely say to get this one. The Oatly Oat Milk Barista Edition. And this one was, I think it was around $4.50 as well. But I think it was actually on sale. So I know the sale price was $3.50, but I think the regular price is $4.50. Next. Nutpods. This is the original almond and coconut creamer. This one they have in sweetened. They have different flavors, but I got the original unsweetened because I wanted to try it with either honey or maple syrup or sugar. That's what I usually had with my half and half cream. This one, okay, thick and creamy. And none of these, I know when I tried creamers a few years ago, the non-dairy creamers, they would clump up and they would fall apart in the coffee. None of these did. So whatever they're doing now, it's working. But this one is, obviously, it's called almond and coconut creamer. It's almond and coconut. And it is water, coconut cream, almonds, sea salt, very natural. If you're looking for something that's not super processed, because a lot of people, myself included, will get migraines from a lot of chemicals or emulsifiers or binders and whatnot. So this one is very natural, very simple. And it kind of, honestly, it tastes like nothing, which is not a bad thing. Because if you already have a flavored coffee, you really don't want some. I was thinking maybe it would taste like almond or coconut. It tastes like nothing. But it gives you that cream in the coffee deal. So if you have flavored coffees, it's not going to affect it at all. Now this one is a little bit more expensive. It's a 25.4 ounce. Kind of looks like it should be about the same size, but it's smaller. It's 25.4 ounces and it was $5.49. So this one I think is the most expensive aside from the Laird Superfood. And as far as we go with a tablespoon, it has 10 calories. Remember though, this one doesn't have any sugar in it. has 10 calories. Total fat is 1 gram. Trans fat and saturated fat is 0 grams. And total sugars is 0 grams. So this one, if you want the most basic creamer and you already have, if you use stevia or some other sweetener and you don't mind paying a little bit more, I would say probably the Nutpods original coconut and almond creamer would be the best for you. Me personally, I might not buy it again unless if it's on sale. I'll probably buy it, but I'll mix it with again my favorite. And this one does. It tastes like oat, but not overpowering. I don't know. If you like sweet coffee, sweet creamy coffee, just try it. Nobody's paying me to say that. I couldn't believe how much I loved it. The last one I did was So Delicious coconut organic creamer coconut milk. Simply 7 ingredients. So this was the most natural of the bunch. But actually, I think the Nutpods is right up there, even though they don't announce it as much. So Delicious makes different types. I think they have an almond one and a soy one and some other ones, but this is their coconut organic creamer. This one has, per tablespoon, this one is sweetened. Per tablespoon has 20 calories, 1 gram of fat, 0.5 grams of saturated fat. Trans fat is 0. And sugars is 3 grams. So the sugars is a little bit more. And it is organic coconut milk, organic coconut cream, organic cane sugar, potassium citrate, sodium citrate, natural flavor, and gellan gum. I think gellan gum is what gives it the thickness, the creaminess. And then the, I don't know, maybe one of those citrates is what prevents it from clumping up in the coffee. This one doesn't really taste like much. It's similar, I guess, to the Nutpods, except it's a little bit thicker. I don't even know if you can hear when I'm shaking it. I think you can, because I don't know, maybe not. It's a little bit thicker, but it doesn't really taste like much. So I wasn't a super fan of it, but I would buy it if it's on sale. And that is the, again, So Delicious dairy-free organic creamer. If you haven't seen the other video yet on why go dairy-free or why reduce your dairy, especially with the half and half, like me, then I will link that video as well in the comments, and I'm going to put the breakdown of all of these, the sugars and the fats and the calories and the prices in the comments after I'm finished uploading the video. And that way you can compare and see for yourself, because I definitely think they've come a long way. And if you were like me and you tried non-dairy creamers ages ago and really didn't like them at all, it's probably time for another try, because there's some pretty good stuff out there. And the other video will explain to you something pretty amazing. why it's a good idea. Thank you so much for being here and for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I decided to do it live instead of editing something together because it's pretty simple, but no script, just telling you my honest opinion about everything. And that's about it. Thank you.